guard break variation. Okay. Typically within your standing guard breaks. Okay. Typically you have your basic pick them straight off the ground and then pry and then break. Okay. And you have your knee in the middle passes like this. You're gonna get up, position one knee right on the tailbone, walk your hands back and bring it. One of these. And thirdly, kind of a mix of both. Okay, it'll be just either you're gonna have a double bicep, okay, the one where you get your double collar and you punch into the armpit, okay, or you can just kind of have your hands on the chest. You want to collar if it's a gi, okay. So I'll just go like this, okay. So what we're gonna work on is if you choose to stand, okay, but you feel that maybe the person's too heavy to lift, or you feel like maybe you're just protecting your back in that particular day. Okay, you can also stand up. Usually, how we don't teach you to teach you to do it is your head over his head, where they can kind of break your posture. Okay, so it's still a legit way to stand up. Okay, what I mean by this, you go 1, 2 here, and then slowly come up like that. Okay, so it is a legit way to pass. Okay, but what you will find is you will get double ankle swept. Okay, whether you do it this way or any other way. Okay, so first, what I want to go over is a counter to get being double ankle swept. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna come up right like this. Okay, typically we want to step one leg back. Okay, and start your pry on one side like this. Okay, this would be ideally what you can do. Okay, but okay. Before I do that, Derek grabs the double overhand ankle like this, okay? And go ahead and do one sweep on me, Derek. Like that. Okay, so we're going to counter to the double ankle sweep. Okay. So our early counter is this, okay? I see him go for the double ankle, okay? So I keep double collar, connect my elbow to my knee, okay? And sink my hips a little bit like this, okay? What I want to do is kind of hinge my hip forward like this. Okay. Now, Derek, can we test test your hip extension? Okay. Got to tip me back. Okay. Like that. When you're with your partner, I want you to do the same thing. Okay. Once we've established that he can't, okay, and also he'll unlock his ankles. Okay. Go ahead and pinch his knee and we'll do the same thing, Derek. Okay. Derek, what's it feel like?
I have no leverage. I'm not pushing. I can't push you back.
Okay. His hip extension can't tip me back. Okay. Like that. Okay. So once you feel that he can't sweep you, okay, then you're gonna pinch your knees, you're gonna posture, throw your hips forward and arms back like this. Then you're gonna C grip behind his ankles like this, okay, and force him into a backward roll, okay, or you come down into a stack, okay, or kind of direct his knees into a leg drag. This. Okay, so whenever you any type of standing guard break, a double ankle sweep is what you'll often run into. Okay, so, and I'm gonna stand up in this fashion. Here. Okay, before I can step 1 foot back, Derek gets his double ankle sweep position. Okay, so elbow to knee like this, and I'm gonna sit. Okay, Derek, do it another 1 or 2 times. Okay, like that. Okay, so his guard is open. Okay, we've established that he can't sweep me. Okay, so here I'm gonna pinch my knees, hips forward like this. Okay. All right. Go. Stack. Okay. Direct his legs and so you have one knee come through, or force him into a full roll. So this is leg drag. Like this. Okay. All right. Shall I do it one more time? Okay, one more time. Up like this. Okay, there it opens the sweep. Okay. So sink your hips, elbow to knee, and sit like this. There, go ahead and hip extension. Okay, look here. Knees pinch, hip forward, shoulders back. You can also direct them over to a forward roll. Okay. All right. So counter to double ankle sweep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And remember, okay, going up with a sleeve is always the best. Okay, but in this situation, we can still come up without a sleeve. Okay, so thing is, he has two hands to grab my ankles. Okay, and then yeah, Peter does double ankle here. Okay, so here neutralize the sweep number 1. Okay, and when you rest, then you can do the hip thrust. Okay, in some situations you will get swept. Okay, so but if I get swept, okay, what I want you to do is your first one is going to be the knee pinch. Peter knocks me down. Okay, I'm gonna fall to my back and then I'm gonna pinch my knees like this. Okay, your job is to close off the space that he would normally come up and mount you. Okay, so 2 feet on the mat, pinch your knees. Okay, your back has to be on the mat like this, and I want you to hip thrust to make his feet go in the air. Once his feet are in the air, you're gonna C grip right at his ankles like this. Okay, here. Okay, then you're gonna drop your hips. Okay, your job is to get one of his feet in the air. Okay, you're gonna let go of one because you need to plant your elbow, and you're just gonna do a technical stand up like this. Okay, coming up quickly, putting his foot above his head. Okay, here you'll either do a stack, a dump, or any number of. But the main idea is you come up. Okay, you're gonna go right to the mat. Okay, and pinch off his knees. Okay, or pinch your legs so his knees are connected. Peter, can we demo? Can you try to come up easily? Okay. So given enough time, he would eventually overcome this. Okay, but you control him temporarily with no grips. Okay, no grips, no hooks. Okay, so pinch, thrust. Okay, when you thrust, his feet will whatever they're caught on over here, they'll overcome that and they'll go up in the air. Okay, here thrust, drop hips. Okay, your job is to use one of his legs as a lever to control his entire body. Okay, but you have to come up quickly because he's probably gonna scoot back. Okay, what you don't want to overcome because you're on your knees. He's on his back. Okay. Ideally, you come right into a passing position. Okay, so. So pinch immediately. Okay, give your partner a chance to overcome the knee pinch. Here, thrust. 2 ankles. Drop one, come up quickly. Head up. Okay. Okay. Keep that foot right over his face like this. Okay. All right. And right up into a pass. Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna stand up with slightly different way of standing up. Okay. Knee in the butt. Okay. Okay. So I want to do a standing guard break to maximize my guard breaking leverage. Okay, but I feel that maybe it's difficult to do the traditional way like this. Okay, it's still good. Okay, but in this situation, I'm not gonna pick Peter off the ground. Okay, so all right, so if you do it like this, this is fine too. But okay, we're gonna stand up with no sleeve grip. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2 like this. Okay, so here I'm gonna reposition my knees right on Peter's hip. Okay, I'm just gonna make my butt go out, my legs are gonna go straight, and I'm gonna reposition my knees on his highest part of his hips. Okay, so right on his butt. Okay, Peter's gonna, for demonstration, Peter's gonna keep his core tight. Okay, I'm gonna let go of my grips just to demonstrate how the leverage works. Okay, so when I sink my butt down, okay, that lifts Peter up as long as he keeps his core tight. Okay, if he doesn't keep his core tight, his back will bow out, and it'll probably look like this, and usually they let go in training. Okay, so moving from beginning to end looks like this. I stand up here, knees position, and I sink my butt, and he comes up pretty easy. Okay, so we just use this as a way to get his back off the mat, so I can stand up easily like this. Okay, then you're gonna do your standard guard breaks. Okay. Okay, we're just using the leverage we can generate by putting our knees right on his butt, okay, to get his back off the mat. Okay, okay, so we don't have to pick him clear off the ground. Okay? Works very well if your person is heavier than you. Okay, so, okay, and standing up is always the best way to open a close guard. Okay, so here, see my feet are roughly shoulder width. Okay, I just move my hips back so my knees straighten, and when my knees straighten, they go behind his hips like this. Okay, he's going to keep his core tight. That allows him to come up. Do keep your grips together, and he'll come up right there. Okay, if he doesn't come up, his back will go out like this. Let's see, Peter. He's not going to keep his core tight, and as I go down, see what it does to his back. Typically, they'll open up right there because it's uncomfortable, right? Okay, so the move is 1, 2. Which will come up right like that. Okay, all right. So you don't have to have the double grip. You can just have to keep one, wedge this elbow, hand on the inside, step a baby step back here, and then you're gonna pry like that. Okay. You go right to your knee over passes or any other ones. Okay. All right. So remember the motion is knees in, and you're just gonna sink your butt like this. Okay. There's no real hip hinge, no deadlift motion. Okay. We'll try it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. They run into the. Well, they open the guard temporarily, and then they reclose the guard around your knees. Okay. They may have double sleeve, and they'll tip you to one side. Okay. There's this one. Sal will do it on me. Okay. Run into this one. 1, 2. My knees are narrow like this, and they'll have double sleeve, and they'll kind of keep them together like this. It'll kind of knee pinch, and they'll draw you forward, and they'll tip you one direction. Okay. Remember that one. Okay. So if you run into this one. Okay, you should try to kind of get your hands back as best you can like this. And think of making your knees go forward, make your hands go to here. Okay, and I want you to think of drawing. You're gonna drop one knee to the mat like that. Okay, the longer his legs are, the more likely he'll keep his guard closed. Okay, if he has shorter legs, that may actually break the guard. Okay, like that, here, and then you're in a safe place. Okay. So here. Think about bringing your hands back, kind of levering your hips forward and bringing your hands back as much as possible. Hands higher, better for Sal. Hands lower, better for me. Okay, like this. So think of kind of like this. Okay, hands on the back, and then drop. Okay, if you drop and his guard is still closed, like this. Okay, think of trying to make your leg go back as best you can. Go ahead, Sal. Okay. If you feel stuck here and you feel like you're going to go over, the knee that's up, you should fan that out like this and try to drop your knee like this. Okay. Drop your knee, and if you can, you'll drop your elbow or maybe post your grip. Yeah. Sal doesn't let me. Okay. At least try to get your elbow to the mat like this. Okay. And then try to get to a half guard. Okay. I know it's a lot, but just general ideas and principles. Okay. Here, and then Sal, maybe he tips me over. Okay. If you have a knee out, at least you're gonna get a single X or a half guard. Okay. Okay. I do the previous guard break. I have narrow knees, and Sal tries to sweep me with the knee pinch like this. Okay. So make sure your hands kind of go back like this as best you can. Drop one knee like this. If it opens up, you're good. Okay, if he has long legs, okay, make sure one knee goes out like this, and you're going to try to at least post with your knee and your elbow. Okay? Knee and your elbow, and then remain on top where he does sweep you, so I'll sweep him. Okay? Often you'll come up and you'll put him in on single legs. Okay? Next up. Okay. First on the bottom, you're going to open the guard, close your guard around the knees and go for the tip sweep. Okay, person on top, you're going to counter that by dropping one knee to the mat. Okay. All right, try it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3.